Alright, what's good, everybody? Just like my hair, 2023 has been quite the wild ride. For those of you who do not know me, hi, my name is Grace. I will sing on this channel, I will rant on this channel, and every once in a good long while like today, I will be doing a beauty tutorial. And if any of that sounds like your thing, feel free to keep watching. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel because I would love to see you again. Now, alright, I will be giving you a Q&A session a day because it's been like forever since I've done one of those while giving myself a nail makeover. As you can see, I do have the chip nail polish. I don't really have it all together at the moment. So, let's freshen things up a little bit. Alright, so, a few months back, I had asked some folks what they would want to see in a Q&A video. So, I'm using the Professional Nail Polish Soak Off on gel and all nail coatings here by Onyx Professional. I just dumped that on this tissue here. I'm removing any and all residue here from my last manicure here. Anyhow, I had asked some folks what questions they would have or what questions they have, and one of them had asked if I have any life regrets. And needless to say, I have several. But just to name a few, one of them would most definitely be not listening to my intuition more. And in regards to that, it proves how much I do need to use my intuition since I was in a relationship for over a year, and well, since I was single for 2.5 years prior, I just completely disregarded it as nervousness. But that feeling just kept nagging on and on and on at me as the relationship had went by. So, when I did find out that my partner was a POS, to say the least, and, well, I knew I wouldn't be able to reconcile with it. I knew I wouldn't be able to go without holding a grudge in the event that we were to get married or have a family. Anyhow, this is the Believe Beauty Just Jewel Nail Polish. And what is this? Midnight Snack. So this is like an orangish gold. And I'm just going to apply that on my right hand first. So, anyhow, another life regret that I have is most definitely not starting counseling/therapy soon. Or sooner. I had intended to do that over a few years ago, but I had barely had my crap together. I was looking to get all that situated, but earlier this year, I did finally start attending counseling and therapy, and in that time, I was diagnosed for depression and anxiety, and I think a lot of it has to do with something else that I regret not getting done sooner. And this was because I figured out I had this health issue in particular for at least a few years. I'm really not going to go into any details, but everything just kind of snowballed, and I was like, well, I need to get this checked out, and I need to get it checked out now. And on that note, I feel like going to the gym and being more active has really helped a lot. And I did intend to lose at least a few pounds, but that didn't quite happen, although I have ended up getting stronger as a result and a lot more muscular. So, and a lot more sculpted. I was a gym rat from the time I had left high school all the way until the COVID, and when I did first start going regularly, I had found out that not only did I become more sculpted and, well, and a lot more stronger, but I found out that I was a lot more energized in that time being as well. So, I totally recommend working out if you're the crazy person who not only wants to look better, but feel better as well. Another person had asked if there was something that everyone should be more grateful for. And there are a couple things that I can think of already. One of them being your support system. Now, I've had my fair share of betrayal and double-crossing and backstabbing, so I definitely overlook that much of the time. That is the fact that I have a support system. However, as the years have gone by, I've really learned to appreciate the support system that I do have. And with all that being said, it's taken me still quite a bit of time to heal from a lot of the backstabbing, especially from close friends and family members and even my partner when we were together for over a year. And another thing that I most definitely think we should all be grateful for is the fact that we have this very moment right here, right now. The only rule in life is that tomorrow is not guaranteed. So, with that being said, we all need to remember, myself included, we all need to remember that that we have the gift of today, and that's why it is called the present. If you know, you know. But anyway, I more or less failed to realize this myself, but I did write a sequel on death over like 4 years ago. So whenever I think of that sequel in particular, that's when I remember, what should I do today if I wouldn't get to do it again tomorrow? No? But the gift of today, most certainly, is one thing that we should all be grateful for. Now, on another note, I did switch jobs this year as well, in the middle of summer. And, well, I'd have to say that I was at this job for over 2.5 years, and that was a wild ride, to say the absolute least. And, well, even though my sense of humor is still more or less dry, that job really gave me a sense of humor. Anyhow, I will be going in with the Pink Armor Nail Gel, since I had just applied the nail polish. With that being said, we tend to forget that there's plenty of opportunity to change your life around. You know, if everything is feeling really stagnant, there's plenty of room to change that. And I definitely forget this a lot because I can be pretty fixed, more or less. So I definitely gotta remember that a lot more often. And on another note, for another life update, I very recently got back into writing. Speaking of that sequel I was talking about. Now, if you followed me here on this channel for a few years, you would know that. But for those of you who don't know, I've been a writer since I was a little girl. And after a bunch of different things happened back in 2020, not just with COVID, but in my personal life as well, I lost interest in that. And I lost interest in even singing as well. And speaking of choir, I am back into choir again as well. However, we did have 3 performances already in this season alone. And we are going to be on a hiatus right up until next year. Speaking of which, in just less than 2 weeks, I will be creeping up on my 2nd curliversary. As you can tell, I found out back in December of 2021 that I did in fact have wavy curly hair, as opposed to just straight but poofy frizzy hair. And I do have a couple videos out talking about that, and if you have straight poofy frizzy hair, the 2 videos that I do have will more than likely give you some knowledge and might even help you out a little bit. With that being said, I did join some online curly girl groups, and in the beginning of my journey, I did get some gatekeepy and even bitchy comments, if you will, about how if your hair dries straight, then it is straight. And, well, quite frankly, I thought that for the longest time because I figured if I did have curly hair, it would just spring up right out of the blue without doing anything to it. But over the years, I have realized that a lot of curly-haired people, just as a blanket term, do manipulate their hair to some degree. So, using that logic, wouldn't that mean that even if the 4A, 4C folks had to manipulate their hair, then their hair isn't curly? That's something to think about. As you can tell, I have not given up. Hallelujah. And on that note, I tried giving myself a DIY dye job over 2 weeks ago because if you had seen me in the last few videos, I did have this bright bleached blonde hair. And even though I did like it for a while, it was not only a lot of upkeep, but when I did make the arbitrary decision to bleach and highlight my hair, I found out that no matter how many of the bond building products I bought, no matter how many protein treatments I bought, no matter how long I went without styling my hair in any way, shape, or form, my curls were just not the same. However, last year at this time, when I had my virgin low porosity hair, my hair would not hold a curl for more than a day, and no matter how many products I layered on, it is important to note that I do have fine yet high density hair, so no matter how many products I layered on, my curls would just fall flat after a day. I find that there does need to be a balance between having low porosity hair and high porosity hair. However, porosity does more often than not determine damage, because hair in its natural state is meant to repel water. We do put our hair through the ringer all throughout the week, including showering, and if we're active, if we're out in the sun a lot, our hair is already going through enough. And, well, when folks such as me make the arbitrary decision to color their hair 3 levels lighter, 4 levels lighter than their natural color, have it bleached, let's just say, proceed with caution, and, well, in my personal experience, I really wouldn't recommend bleaching your hair if you do not have to. And, well, like I said before, I did really love the blonde that I had. But it was a lot of maintenance, and I'm typically a low maintenance person, more or less. Now, this doesn't really say that, but still. Anyhow, I most definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and once again, consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to see you again, and I would love to hang out with you some more. Now, for those of you who have been with me since the dinosaur ages, I want to say thank you for following me over the years. Your support means a lot. I hope you are all having a wonderful, fantastic week, and may you all have a happy, gentle holiday. I will see y'all next time.